What's up, Bravo lovers? I'm back. I'm back. We're talking about Jersey today. It's been a minute since we've all hung out and just talked about the Real Housewives. I figured the Real Housewives of New Jersey is the perfect way to jump back into reviews. We're talking about the Real Housewives of New Jersey Season 12 premiere today. Grab a coffee, make it iced just like the Marge. Mine is not iced. It's a little chilly here where I am and gloomy and rainy, but it's always sunny in the Garden State. So let's talk about this freaking premiere. I took all my notes. I'm ready to talk about it. First up, I want to mention a fun little fact about our Real Housewives of New Jersey gals. So according to the Instagram account TV Deets, the Real Housewives of New Jersey Season 12 premiere is the highest rated debut for a Real Housewives series in over a year since the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 13. So go on, Jersey girls. Deliver. The season premiere opens up with that epic Season 12 trailer, which if you haven't watched my reaction video to it, I'll include a card to it right here. You can go ahead and click and watch. So on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm going to rate this premiere as a 7. I thought it was really good. We got to catch up with everybody. There was some drama, but not too much drama. You know, you gotta think of the Real Housewives as a marathon, not a sprint. You can't give us all the drama at once, because then it's kind of like you gotta ramp up like a roller coaster and give us some ebbs and flows, you know what I'm saying? So this season, we're gonna see everyone come after Teresa and her new relationship with her new man. We're gonna see drama between Jennifer and her affair, issues with Joe, Teresa, and Teresa's girls, and so much more. You know, Jersey is giving us all the family drama. So during this premiere, we essentially catch up with all of the ladies. We get to see what they've been up to, new drama unfolding. So we're going to go through each lady and, you know, the Gorgas, because they're like a package deal. And we're going to talk about what they've all been up to. And then we're going to go into specific details of this premiere. There's some things that I want to discuss, including the Louie video, Jennifer's affair, Jennifer's new nose, and so much more. So you definitely want to stick through the entire video because there's going to be a lot that we talk about. The first thing, before we get into all of the ladies, I want to also mention we got a plethora of new confessionals, which I'm gonna do a whole separate video tooting and booting these confessional looks because they are so good and they're lighter, like color scheme. Seasons past, the confessionals just seemed a little dark and eerie, and now they're like bright, fun, and cheerful. So don't worry, we're gonna do a separate video talking about all of the confessional looks, some of the new intro cards, including Marge. So get subscribed to my channel so you don't miss out on that. So let's jump into all of the ladies, see what everyone has been up to, yada, yada, yada. First up, Jennifer. So Jennifer has a brand new nose, and she got it from a plastic surgeon that she found on Instagram a year ago, and this surgeon is in Turkey. So when she went to go visit her family in Turkey, she decided to get a whole new nose as well, and later on in this review, we're going to talk about the nose, okay? We also found out that Jennifer has made up with her mother. And there was a scene with Jennifer having a family dinner, and I just love her daughter Olivia so much. She is sitting at that damn dinner table with a full face of makeup on. Like, go on, mini diva, just like Jennifer. Melissa and Joe, so they're building a new house, and Joe Gorga is still out here bashing Joe Giudice. We'll get into that later in this review. And that's really all there is with Melissa and Joe. Like, Joe is making a lot of enemies with Teresa and Teresa's girls, and they're building a new house, and there's really not much else going on in the Gorga world. Let's talk about Teresa. Now, for anyone that hasn't watched the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, I strongly suggest going to Peacock and watching it, or just waiting until it's released on Bravo. I believe it's coming out in February. This month, we are in February. Strongly recommend watching Ultimate Girls Trip because I loved Teresa in Ultimate Girls Trip. I loved her so freaking much. And dare I say it, I'm a Teresa stan this season. Started out rough last year with season 11. This season, kind of loving me some Teresa. So she is head over heels for her new relationship with Louie. She sold her house. She will be moving into a new house with Louie. They bought a house together. She's only been with him for a year, and they're already moving in together and building a house together. And, like, that's a big step. I just want her to be careful. She did an appearance on Watch What Happens Live the other week and mentioned that there is no prenup with her and Louie, and that is dangerous, girl. You gotta get a prenup because I don't know how I feel about Louie just yet. Verdict is still out. We also have the whole Louie video that's floating around, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Her girls are grown up, and they're going to play a very heavy part in this season, especially Gia. Teresa's girls, they are very upset with Joe about the things he is going around saying, the nasty things about Joe Giudice. Joe Gorga, though, is going around making it seem like, oh, I'm the bad guy, and I'm the victim, and, you know, oh, sorry, I guess I'm the bad guy now. It's just, lay off. Like, let the mouse go, Joe Gorga. Seriously. Later in this review, we're going to talk about it a lot more, but it's just kind of like, let it go. Like, let it go. Joe Giudice hasn't been on the show for years now. Him and Teresa are divorced. Joe Giudice doesn't even live in the country. Let it freaking go, dude. Let it go. So moving on to Dolores. Her house is still under construction. She moved into a townhouse for the time being. We're going to see more of her daughter, Gabby. She recently graduated from vet school. Frankie Jr. is a realtor and working for Teresa's boyfriend, Louie. Frank Sr. has a new girlfriend and lives in Texas. Dolores is still with her boyfriend, David, which, spoiler alert, they are no longer together. And I'm sure we're going to see all of that play out this season. So Frank is supposed to be working on the construction of Dolores' house. And Dolores is pissed off because Frank Sr. is MIA. With the stand-up show, the house husbands are doing a stand-up show in Atlantic City. Frank Sr.'s new girlfriend. So Dolores just kind of wants her house to be finished and is kind of like, where are you at? Finish my house. So a lot going on with Dolores. Jackie has made up with Teresa and they are friends now. And we're going to see a big rift come between her and Margaret because Jackie befriends Jennifer and is very much there for Jennifer during this whole affair bomb. So we're going to see a lot of friendships do a lot of shifting this season. Marge, she has no intent on being friends with Jennifer. She is making enemies with Teresa. She's just... I'm still trying to figure out what exactly Marge's storyline is going to be this year. I think it's going to be heavily, like, criticizing everybody. There. I said it. So, we caught up with all of the ladies. Everyone's doing well. Everyone's living their best summer life. So, let's now get into the nitty-gritty of this premiere. So let's talk about the video. We have got to talk about the video. The Louie video. So this video leaked last summer. So Louie's basically on like some weird retreat with a bunch of men. They're all shirtless. Louie is making some weird, creepy apology for something he's done to a former girlfriend. He's begging for forgiveness. All these other men are like cheering him on. You can do it! You can do it! Yeah! Woo, 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 woo! Flippin' weird. He basically then asks for permission to propose to said girlfriend. It's all flippin' weird. So all the ladies are talking about this freaking video. They all know about it. They all want Teresa to address it. Me personally, I think it's like a huge kind of like red flag. Like, this dude's a little wackadoo. He even wanted Joe Gorga to go to this retreat, and it's okay. So to top off this video, to top it off, there's all the allegations about Louie, about him being like sex obsessed, abusive, slashing ex-girlfriend's tires, like so many rumors and things are floating around, and it's just kind of like, okay, Teresa, just be careful. That's all I have to say. Like, if you're happy, wonderful. Like, I want you to be happy. You've had so many years of just shit, and I want you to be happy, but I also want you to be smart. Like, don't be stupid. Like, read the room, girl. Like, look at what's happening. He's a little crazy. I'm just saying, he's a little... He's giving me weird vibes, people. He's giving me weird vibes. Am I the only one that is, like, seeing this? Like, he's flippin' weird, all right? There, I said it. We also have a new friend this year. A new friend. I thought she was going to be full-time, and I'm a little pissed off that she isn't. But we have a new friend, Tracy Barber. Her husband is Tiki Barber. Melissa is the one that introduces her to the group, which I thought was the case. Because they had dinner. There was a scene that they had dinner. But then at the pool party at Teresa's, when Tracy walked in, her little tag was Teresa's friend. So I don't understand. Needless to say, we have a new friend. So Tiki Barber was the NFL player on the New York Giants. He's now a sports commentator. Tracy was on the Today Show. So we have a brand new addition. Plus, like, Joe Gorga is the official, like, sixth housewife. So he is thirsty. There, I said it. I said it, people. I said it. So let's talk about this house husband stand-up show. All right, so they went out on tour, all the house husbands. It's like a stand-up comedy thing. I don't really know. So they played some clips from it. And it's a little vulgar. It's not my cup of tea. It's just not. It's like crude humor. Now, I love a good like pussy joke, a good like fuck bomb. Little too vulgar for me though. Just saying, all right? A little crass. And he's cracking jokes, Joe Gorga is cracking jokes about Teresa's new boyfriend and Joe Giudice. So, like, of course Teresa's going to get pissed off, okay? So everyone has a lot of strong opinions about Teresa's new boyfriend. They're all talking about it behind her back. Y'all, not going to end well, okay? We know Teresa, not going to end well. So, it's kind of like Teresa is damned if she does, damned if she doesn't. Like, does she say something? Does she not say something? She's happy now, but look at what's going on. Like, it's kind of like Teresa can't win. Like, as much as I think Louie is, like, weird, I also kind of want Teresa just to be. Let her be. Let her alone. Let her, like, marinate. Let her chill out. Like, do we have to attack this poor woman relentlessly over and over and over and over and over and over again? We're going to, but I don't think it's right. Like, she's happy, let it be. Let it simmer. So the rumors come out with Louie and all this shit. And Tracy can understand the rumors because she went through the same thing during the divorce and her coming together with Tiki. So she understands. And then Tiki says, and this really like resonated with me, all you can do is judge how he treats her. It could be a great thing for her. So from right now, it looks like Louie does treat her well. I don't have anything other than the weird video and what I've been reading to base it off of. So, if he treats her well, let's just let it be. Okay? So, while the Gorgas were out to eat with Tracy and Tiki, all Joe could do is talk about Joe Giudice and how he put her in prison, put his mother in an early grave. Like, we've already done this. Okay, Joe, this ship has sailed. This is the same thing you said last year. Like, let the mouse freaking go. Melissa, Jennifer, Jackie, and Marge. Moving over to them, they're not in a good place with Jennifer. After the reunion, a lot of social media bashing happened. You know, Melissa called Jennifer fake and phony, and in true Jennifer fashion, clapped back and called Joe Gorga a crook, called Marge a snake. So, fun fact about Jennifer this season, because we're talking about Jennifer, she came out and said she's not drinking at all this season because she didn't like how she looked last year while she was drinking on camera. So we're going to see all season a sober Jennifer. She said she will not be drinking on camera and did not drink on camera all during filming of season 12. So Jennifer is sober Sally. Good for you. Because alcohol brings out the worst in you. There, I said it. So back to the Gorgas. Teresa and Louie are upset with Joe Gorga because of what he said at Atlantic City during this show. To put it in perspective, we're going to talk about it. An audience member asked Joe what he thought of the weird video that came out of Louie, and Joe Gorga said, "I've never missed my brother-in-law so much." So this creates a huge rift between Teresa and Louie and Teresa's girls. Joe Gorga kept saying, it was funny, I was trying to make a joke about it, I didn't want to address the video, I did her a favor. You kind of didn't, okay? Because it's Teresa. You should know Teresa better than anybody. Should have let it go. Now, I'm going to say this about the Gorgas. The only way that they can stay relevant on this show is by creating family drama with Teresa. Without that, they literally have nothing to talk about. Seriously, think about it. Think about it, people. If there is no issues with the Gorgas and the Giudices and Teresa and the girls and Teresa and Joe Giudice or whatever, if you strip that all away, what do the Gorgas have to offer? I feel like they have nothing to offer. They don't. So, like, of course, you know, if there's no family drama with Joe Gorga and his sister Teresa, there's nothing to talk about. So it's kind of like maybe he's saying this stuff to egg her on to create drama so they can stay on the show. Like, I don't understand. Like, they continue to talk about Joe Giudice all the time. You gotta let it go, dude. You gotta end this. Joe Giudice is not in the picture anymore. He's not on the show. Like, I don't think he would want this. Like, I wouldn't. Like, I've moved on. And clearly you're still living in the past, and it can't be healthy. Moving on. So, it's the day of Teresa's big summer pool party. She's getting all prepared for it. And I'm glad to see a revival of the pineapples. People, I am. Can we, seriously though, make Teresa the spokeswoman for like Dole Pineapple or Dole Whips? Like, can someone make this happen? Teresa, if you're watching, do you want to make a remake of my Dole Whip video, you can come on as a guest. We can redo the Dole Whip video, make it Housewives inspired. Like, if you're watching, hit me up, girl. Let's do it. Teresa, though, still on that pineapple kick because she wants her peach to be nice and sweet for Louie. Or, like Dina said on season 1, her Chucky. So, big topics that happened and unfolded during this pool party. The Louie video, Jennifer versus everyone. Side note, obsessed with Marge's hair. That twisted high pony. Oh, total toot. I loved that hair. It was like mesmerizing. I couldn't stop looking at it, seriously. At this pool party, everyone's mixing and mingling. All the women, though, they're on pins and needles about this Louie video, and Marge thinks it's weird that Teresa isn't addressing it. All the husbands are talking about the video. All the ladies are talking about the video. It's Teresa's party, and I don't think she really should be addressing it. You know, it'll ruin the party. Anyway, Dolores then brings up to Teresa what Joe Gorga said in Atlantic City about Joe Giudice and missing him. And Teresa goes, "Aw, I like that." That, aw, total fake. You know that bothers her. That bothered her. Total fake. All this tension, though, in this party, you can literally cut it with a butter knife. Like, seriously. It's like season 11 deja vu. Everyone talking about this video, about Joe Gorga, all of it talking about it behind Teresa's back. It's like season 11 premiere, but only it's Teresa's turn to be in the hot seat. So, of course, Marge is the one to bring up the video to Teresa, saying Louie needs to address this video. And I don't think, because have we not learned anything last year, I don't think it's appropriate to be bringing this up at the pool party. However, Teresa gets defensive, saying, "This is my home. Give me respect. Louie doesn't have to explain himself to anyone. I judge off of character, and he's a nice man." Okay, we should have just let it go then. But we didn't. We kept going and going and going. So, moving on, Jennifer, last to arrive, and we get to see the new nose. The new nose. What in God's green earth is going on? Her nose looks like a Who from Whoville, from the Grinch. Now, to play devil's advocate, Jennifer, after the premiere, said that she knew that her nose looked crazy, and it was because it was freshly done. She did not have time to let it heal. She had to jump right into filming, and the nose hasn't settled yet. She said it takes about a year or two for a nose to fully settle into the face. So we're seeing like fresh nose job. But here's what bothered me. What made it worse is Marge, Jackie, Melissa, all walking past Jennifer, looking at the nose, not acknowledging her, and making fun about the nose behind her back. It was very much like Mean Girl syndrome. Melissa, Marge, Jackie, they're all off to the side talking about all of their issues with Jennifer. So Jennifer then has a moment to clear the air with Jackie, because she knew that she was in a bad place with Melissa and Marge, but she didn't know she was in a bad place with Jackie. And it was because of the things that Jennifer said to Marge and Melissa. And Jackie is friends with them, and that made her upset. But essentially, the two, Jennifer and Jackie, they kissed and they made up. So now it's Marge's turn to try to clear the air with Jennifer, which prompts an epic back and forth battle. Marge keeps telling Jennifer she isn't being honest, and Jennifer is all, "My life is perfect. My husband gives me a glamorous life. He lets me live and do things that I never thought that I could do ever. Blah, blah, blah. My life is perfect." And Marge is like, "It's not about the money, Jennifer. It's not about the money. You're painting this like picture when we know your life isn't all rosy and glamorous and blah, blah, blah." kept saying, like, be honest, be honest. And Jennifer's like, you can't stand how effing honest I am right now. Marge then says that she thinks that Jennifer's husband is spending his life trying to make up for mistakes he's made in the past. And Marge says that Jennifer isn't being honest and that they all know. They all know. We all know. So Jennifer attacked Marge for many seasons about affairs and sexual pasts. She throws dagger after dagger, but doesn't talk about her issues and pretends that her life is better than everyone else's, a little hypocritical. And Marge just was like, I'm done. We're not talking. I'm done with this. I'm done. I'm done. So this episode ends with Marge then saying, he had an affair and everyone knows it. He had an affair with the office manager for 2 years. And Jennifer didn't deny it. She actually corrected Marge, saying, it was a pharmaceutical rep, you fucking idiot. If you'd get the facts straight. Yeah. Jennifer. Straight out. Straight up. Straight up, now tell me. Didn't deny it. It's true. Bill had an affair for 2 years. And the fact that Jennifer corrected it and was like, it wasn't an office manager. It was a pharmaceutical rep. Boom. Mic drop. So this is a to be continued episode. Honestly, this was a good premiere. I liked it. It didn't give me too much and it didn't give me too little. It gave me a nice happy medium of catching up with everybody, seeing what everyone's been up to, with a little sprinkle of drama. What did y'all think of this season 12 Real Housewives of New Jersey premiere? Are you glad the ladies are back? Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Jersey. I'll be back next week, and we're going to talk about the Real Housewives of New Jersey episode 2. Get subscribed to my channel so you don't miss out on anything. It's free. Subscribe. Click. And I'll chat with you guys later. Love you, baby. Bye.